The research that we have conducted at Iowa State has shown that testing moist soils for potassium instead of the common method of drying the sample is better to estimate the availability of potassium for crops and also to predict the need for fertilization. And that results in better profits to farmers. I am Antonio Mallarino. I work at Iowa State University in the Department of Agronomy. This moist test was developed actually in the 60s and 70s by Iowa State, but the technology wasn't quite ready to make it practical. And since then, everybody in Iowa and the United States began using the common soil test, which is based on drying soil samples. So I did lots of research trying to improve this common dried based test, but I didn't go anywhere. It didn't matter how many hundreds of experiments I did all over Iowa in different soils, different conditions. It wasn't really reliable. And that was took me to start research in 2001 with a moist test. So during 6 years, from 2001 until 2006, I conducted all kinds of experiments comparing the two tests, the moist and the dry. When we bring a soil sample to the lab, in the traditional way, it's dried. It has to be crushed or ground, so it is homogeneous. And then after that, then we take the subsamples in order to do the analysis. With a moist test, the sample comes to the lab, it's not dried, it is homogenized, and then it's taken to these special machines that they developed, where they make that slurry. And we found that the moist test is a more reliable diagnostic tool. The key in order to understand the difference and the benefits of this test are relationships between soil test results and the yield response. So you have the dry test values here, and that looks like a shotgun, against a road sign. It's just not good relationship. But when you look at the moist test, it tends to follow a curve, and the distribution is more tight. That's the key. So what does it mean? It means that the relationship is better. The soil test results with the moist test have a more clear meaning and more consistent in terms of availability of potassium and crop response than the dry test. The advantages of this test is that it helps the farmer make decision, and that decision is the right one. There is always uncertainty in soil testing, okay? But if they start using the moist test and start looking at the trends over time, between yields, and soil test results, they will be able to do a much better management. It means that they can make better decisions, that the decisions that they make are most likely to result in a profit from their investments, and improve their bottom line. That's what it is.